lunch with me at Calista. I live in a car for 3 years. I moved into a van a couple months ago, so I'm a little noob on van life. I'm more organized than before, but still a little bit all over the place due to certain recent life changes. I'm currently outside of my recent, as of yesterday, part-time job where I was allowed to park to clean a house that has not been lived in 10 years, but is still full of things and items and stuff. So that is my big life update. I got electric today, as of today, this morning, or last night, and I'm really excited to announce that life is better now. So welcome to my channel. Welcome back to lunch with me. I just ended another live, so go check that out. That was just supposed to be what this was, but that one went for 50 minutes. And now we're having lunch. I put the onions, green peppers, and mushrooms in there. I'm about to pop in some garlic. And really excited about that. Since I actually can plug in my refrigerator right now, which I will do that very soon, I'm going to go ahead and open up this these refrigerator items. Stoked, I was praying for you. Thank you so much. I appreciate the prayers. Yes, so that's the update. I'm really excited. That's a lot of garlic. I don't care. I love garlic. Where's the top? Today we're using Dollar Tree tomato basil pasta sauce. And I don't know where my can opener is. Otherwise, I would be putting these nice spicy chilies in there. Tomatoes and green chilies. It's already tasting great. But if you guys know me, if you guys are new here, I am in love with peppers and veggies, and I love spices, and I love all the spicy things. How have you been today? Hey, Eric. I was waiting. I don't know my... We're gonna see if I can use this, because I don't know my... I don't have my life together, guys. Don't even judge me. Yeah. Hey, Greg. Welcome back. Yes, I'm glad you made it. I felt like I had to reintroduce the day, because that live went for 50 minutes and I hadn't even just barely started cooking. Doing a little camping. No, I actually live in the van. I live in this van. This is me with van life. So I guess I camp every day, if you want to put it that way. I am not pulling out my dinner box that has my can opener in it. To open up this can. Because that would just take me some time. The things I do for a more elaborate meal will surprise you guys. Oh. True. Nice. Yeah, correct. I know, Greg, you're at work. What's everybody else up to today? I think I'm actually making pieces of bread too, and that's what I'll do with the butter. I'm making spaghetti, but I think I'll use the other noodles for that. I think that's enough. I think we did it. If I bend it enough, we've done it. Do you like making money on social media? I haven't made money on social media yet, actually. And I'm doing these lives, but I'm not monetized. But if you guys want to support me, I do have a Buy Me a Coffee where you can get exclusive diary content when you become a member. They have lists of what each membership is, and I do have a Cash App to support, as well as you can hire me to edit your photos or websites or things like that. So I have hireable skills as well. Heading to work, cruising down the highway. Are you literally watching this and texting while you're driving, or is somebody else driving? Please tell me someone else is driving. Please be safe. You will pray for me, but I won't have to pray for you if you tell me that you are watching me while you are driving. Oh, I don't need the juice. Let me get a mess. I'm gonna try out I don't know what Clapper is. I've never heard of Clapper. Super safe, decades doing it. Okay. Alright. Some of y'all. Alright. If that's what you feel, just be safe, okay? Don't hit somebody. Or let somebody hit you. Honestly, that's really usually what happens is like, you know, you're doing something you were used to, you're super safe. And then someone else does some dumb shit, and then it kind of ruins it for you. Okay, that's enough of that. I don't save the rest of it for a different meal. I don't need to have all of it, just that. I would usually use the whole bottle, by the way. It's worth a look. I'm scared now. What is Clapper? Can you just tell me what it is? So, Buy Me a Coffee is like, you get exclusive updates of what is going on in my life like 2 weeks before they happen. If I make a major decision. And then there's like diary entries, and there's like photos from my travels and stuff like that. I don't have like hamburger meat, so forgive me guys, as I don't have, if I don't put any kind of any of that in here. But it's all vegetables in here so far. I love mushrooms, garlic. I'm a really good cook. Clap on. What is Clapper? Am I gonna get in trouble for talking about it? Like, why is nobody telling me what this is? Oh man, I messed my scissors up when I did that. Clapper is what you make of it. You can make money off of it. I mean, I guess I'll look at it, but you can't guarantee anything. Look at this white girl using spices. I just bought this yesterday. I had to. I don't really have the funds, but because of West Warren there, I was able to grab these spices. I don't like to live without spices. I need to have something, because this is like, this has salt, pepper, onion, garlic. It has more than that. It has sugar, celery seed, parsley. It's like one of my favorite little combinations of things that even though if I put onions and stuff in here, like, I can make chicken taste like the chicken that you get from Cracker Barrel using these two combinations of spices. Cool Blue seasoning is worth it for sure. Seasoning is definitely worth it. I like this. This is from the Dollar Tree, but it's super duper cheap, and I love it though. I need a man to open this for me. Craig, where you at? Turns bland to bam. For sure, Eric. For sure. I'm at that point. Because I live in a van, I'm not going to worry at all about the extra sauce that's in there. Clapper turns your lights off and on when you clap. Didn't work. I'm just kidding. No, but Wes, he's talking about some kind of website or something, and it kind of makes me sus. I'm gonna look it up, I guess, but if it's something sus, I'm not gonna engage with it. Saucy. Is there anything else I want to put into this meal other than the noodles? Got noodles here. Where's my noodles? Awesome. Normally this sauce makes like 2 containers of noodles. And I'm going to use this kind of noodles right now. Not quite, but the one. That's funny. Yeah, that is funny. So we're going to use these kind of noodles. They're from the Dollar Tree as well. These are like microwave for 90 seconds, but also it says that you can take these things and put them on the stove and cook them with water. So there's liquids in the sauce, and I'll be able to heat it up that way as well. Actually, I might keep the container. Funny enough, I was making spaghetti tonight as well. Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, this is going to be lunch, and it's going to be dinner too. So whatever sauce is left, I guess I might as well put it in there if I am going to plug in this fridge. I'll probably do that any minute now. Oh, I made a mess. I made a big mess. I need to fix it. I think that tomorrow when I cook, I'm going to have you guys see the perspective of, like, I'm going to put you over there so you can see the perspective this way. So you can actually see more closely of the cooking. I wish I had a smaller spatula because it feels weird using this. Yeah, that's a lot of sauce. That's a lot of sauce. But this is usually like a bowl and a half of like noodles. And usually the sauce in that is enough for like 2 of these. Just has to cook for like 2 minutes, 3 minutes or so. And while that cooks, I will finish my coffee because I haven't finished that yet. It does look yummy. I'm very excited about it. So, so far, I would normally put like a combination of, oh, I made a sale. I made a sale, guys. I just found out I made a sale. It looks like someone bought a eyeglass holder from my website. Thank you so much if you are watching. I am very grateful. That was from Marshall. Thank you, Marshall. It's soaking a little. It will soak in a little. But usually I use half hamburger, half sausage. And then I'll put in onions, peppers, or bell peppers. I like to put in chilies, tomatoes. And normally if I'm doing it like a full homemade, I will take like 4 or 5 like steak tomatoes, cut them in half and set them in the pan until the skin falls off. And then I'll just kind of, I'll cut up 2 of them. And then I'll like magic bullet the rest to make the actual sauce. And then I'll add the garlic, onions, peppers, mushrooms with the meat, chili powder, Creole, Nature Zone. But yeah, I normally do a little bit more. But it's really, I'm very cheap right now because cheap is what I can afford right now. I do appreciate that I can still make a bunch of homemade stuff. Got really warm in here. It's starting to pop. You know that pop that spaghetti gets when it gets warm enough and it starts to like pop all over the room. I need like I need to get my guard out. I have a guard and it's pretty great. And I use it for, here it is. This is a really cool guard. I don't know what it is, but I love chili powder on all of my sauces, right? This is a really cool thing that I got for when I live in the car. And it goes around your gas and then it sticks. It can stick down in the ground if you need it. Hey, VanLife. MFer, living life with Samantha. Hey guys, how are you guys? So I'm gonna actually just put this up just to prevent the splatter, because that splatter is splatting, let me tell you. Oh god, the mailman scared the shit out of me. There's a mailman right there, and he just dropped off mail, and it scared me so bad. Those are nice for blocking the wind. It is amazing for blocking the wind. I love it for blocking the wind, but today it is going to be how we block the sauce from making a mess in my van. Ooh. I wish I had a little more control over the size of the flame without it going out. This is so stuck. Like, you guys see that? This is the knob that will say, you know, how much or little goes into the burners, and it is stuck. I haven't been able to move it since I got it. But yeah, this is what we're doing today. But usually when I'm out and about, I'm out in the park when I live in the car and stuff. Even sometimes when I go out to cook outside in the van, I would have this thing up, and it works so well. When I first started living car life without it, oh my god, it was awful, because it was like, if it was super cold, I couldn't cook, or it would take so much more time because of the wind. It was ridiculous. Living in a van with Samantha, or living life with Samantha, and van life MFer. What are you guys doing here? How you guys doing today? We're making spaghetti, and I'm not gonna make garlic bread after, but I'm definitely gonna have a piece or two of bread to dip it in. I'm gonna have leftovers. I'm just gonna put the leftovers in the original container, save it for dinner later, and have like a somewhat early dinner, so I'm not. I subbed you. See you next time. Enjoy your morning. Thank you, Eric. It was nice to see you. Wes, are you still driving? Like, part of me is like shame, but then I'm like, I can't tell people what or what not to do. Let me push all of this sauce over there. Yeah, see, I'm already catching all the sauce on the back end. Yes. Samantha says just stopping by to say hello and to send you a like. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I hope you have a wonderful day as well. I don't know how to like recall you guys' accounts after the live, so I can go and follow you guys or subscribe back. It doesn't let me subscribe back while I'm live. So I don't know, if I haven't met someone, I don't know if their channel is like something that they do regularly, or just a viewing channel where they view content or make content. Let me check these noodles. They're getting closer. I feel like when I cook the noodles in the sauce instead of cooking them on their own, they do take a lot longer. Getting closer. Yeah, they're not hot. I need them to be hot. They just take a longer time when you cook them on the stove. It says like 2 minutes, but it's more like 5. Thank you. I hope you enjoy your day as well. Glad to have you here. Wes says I pulled over at this fishing boat launch along Bitterroot River, and it's pretty much the Idaho-Montana borderline and the mountaintops to the west. That sounds beautiful. Oh my god. That sounds beautiful. I'm just gonna eat my bread right now. I'm very hungry. I'm so ready to eat. Like I said, yesterday I was at Walmart. $1. I've seen that amid all of this whole no SNAP benefits type of thing, there have been an awfully lot of companies that are now offering free things. And then there's a lot of companies that are redacting that simply because of that notice that was sent out that said, hey, you're not allowed to do this anymore. But I know Walmart's always been giving out, discount bread. It's a river runs through its territory. That's beautiful, though. It sounds so beautiful. Idaho. I haven't been. Idaho, Montana border. I just want... I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy. I have a stable place during the winter right now for my car, for my van. I'm so ready to get on the road, though. Like, winter time for Virginia is the best time to go somewhere else. Like, I mean that. Like, I'm tired of being here. I sacrificed so much in the last 2 years. And I'm sad I'm still here in Virginia. I'm sad I still have to be here. I'm so happy to have these appointments coming up and that they're not going to charge me for them. But I don't want to be in Virginia. Yeah, like Florida. I just don't have the gas and the money to get down there. I don't have the remote job to remote everywhere. And due to not being able to work since August, I'm just hella broke. I am hoping that my job sends me when I start back in January. I'm hoping that I have more opportunities. It's pretty damn good, honestly. That's pretty good. Should finish my coffee though. I'm not a human yet. The noodles are weak, so they don't taste quite right. But like not in a way that would make me stop eating them. Just in a like I like normal noodles kind of person. Coffee finished. Ooh. Thank you for the likes. I honestly thought though moving into the van I wouldn't need this like metal sheath thing anymore, but this is working really, really well for cleaning. For remaining clean. Guys, one of the things people don't do enough is drink a little bit of water before and after their coffee. I should always do that. It looks like I will be ready to eat in a minute. I'm so ready for it. So ready for it. Yep, I think that's good enough. And let everything cool down also. I am a clean person. I like when things are cleaned immediately because they don't, like, sauces leave textures on things. Oh man, look at that. Yes, okay. That looks like an incredible lunch. That's probably a lot, but bows high spaghetti without any meat, sadly, but I mean, I can't really afford it in this economy. So now that I have the fridge though, I might go and see if there's anything manager special over at the Food Lion, because I like their manager specials, because usually if I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna eat it that day. I'm pretty sure the neighbors here are like worried about me being in the van here because one, is not their business while I'm here, but I think someone fake checked the mail last night to see if I was like in here. Oh God, I need a spoon. I'm just trying to... return this stuff to there. But yeah, like, what was I doing? I was doing something last night. I was live on TikTok last night. Yes, right? Yum. HOA? I hope it wasn't the HOA. I don't think there was an HOA here. But anyway, someone like opened up the mailbox and walked away, walked past my van, and I'm like, oh man, they're trespassing. Because it's not their, it's not their fucking house. I hate HOAs, like, with a passion. I hate the idea of HOAs. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Like, why do you feel like you have to have some kind of say over a house that's not yours? And then, like, a lot of real estate agents won't tell people there's an HOA. Well, you guys see why I put it on a plate. Try to make a mess of my pan. Okay. If anybody lives in a vehicle, one of the easiest ways that I found to quickly wash some dishes is to take a, it's not HOA, is it? Oh yeah, I don't know. But one of the quickest ways to wash dishes is to get it emptied as soon as possible and wipe it down with a baby wipe. Because the baby wipe is wet and it will help get everything off of it. Almost fully clean whatever you're cooking on. And then now I can just go in with a tiny, very minuscule amount of soap. And I don't have to worry about like all the stuff being in my sink or taking it up. A small thing of chicken is $4, but it's enough for 2 days of chicken problem I found in the van is the time it takes to cook it. My solution was a steam cooker pan, basically a formal pan, but what? Oh, okay, you're not done typing. Okay, yeah, so now my pan is not clean, but I'll just have to put a tiny bit of soap on it. And I have to clean that now too. But by utilizing the can the sauce came in, because it came with a top. Oh, the rest of the comment, he said, a formal pan, but is a strainer thing in it that the meat sits on and a sealed lid that allows the steam to stay in. That sounds nice. What time do you go live on TikTok? I don't know. Lives on TikTok are super random because I don't make, there's no goal for TikTok, and I don't want anybody to send me gifts on TikTok because, like, we only get like 50% of the gift on TikTok. And that's dumb. So I don't think that, I like to go live just to connect with people. I don't go live for any other reason. So now I have spaghetti for later. And it's in a very sealed container. I love that. Everything is already cleaned up. I don't have to worry about that. And then I'll end up taking my trash out when I go after this. That sounds really cool, Les. That sounds really cool. Oh yeah, I got my freaking thing I have to clean. I forgot all about that. I have this to clean. This is how I'm gonna clean it. I go live on TikTok. Should start going live on TikTok. Oh, I go live on TikTok. Should I go live on YouTube? Yes, I didn't know you go live on TikTok. You should definitely go live on YouTube. If you can monetize. My friend told me that she monetized through YouTube by going live. So I thought I might as well. Plus it creates free videos. You can steam vegetable and pasta. I feel like these bags of pasta would be cooked better if I steamed them. I was thinking of getting my slow cooker out. Some really good sauce. I don't live in a van. I'm an animal. It is what it is. I think it's like a really funny concept to me, like that people just put their dishes in their sinks and don't rinse them off first or don't clean them off first. And I just think that's so weird. Maybe I was just raised differently. I don't know. I wasn't raised differently. I was raised like twice, if that makes sense. Like, I was raised as a like country. I was raised like a boy. Like my birth father raised me like I was a boy. It's probably the best way I could put it. Like, he treated me like a boy, called me son. I wore pants. I only wore dresses if my grandmother put me in them. And then I was raised again in foster care. Taught to be a girl. Oh. Taught to be a girl. That's pretty accurate. I actually threw my fork away. Shit. You said you could steam vegetables in the pasta, and the best part is that when you cook with the steam, it's something like 80% of the nutrition remains in the food and can be digested when ingested, versus barbecuing them to a crisp and removing them. Totally understand. Totally will have to try that. I think I'll have to steam these in the future. Or cook them first. I love a good steamed rice, though. I'm usually a ricey person. Man, the vegetables and the onion and pepper in this turned out pretty good. And I love that I have some for later. I feel like I'm a cleaner person when I'm like around other people. But I think I'm an overall clean person. That's pretty good. Have you ever heard of double boiling the rice? I do double boil rice if I let it go till the next day. But that was only when I had a apartment or house. Like, I would boil it, cook it, and fry it, and then the next day, if I was gonna use it again, I would fry it on butter and boil it. This ended up being so good. Did you want to go more in detail, Wes? Basically, you add twice as much water to cook it, and the water somehow goes into the rice, and then when digested, it hydrates out internal organs. Okay, like you boil it and then you boil it again? Because that's how much rice I usually put in, or how much rice to water ratio I usually put in. Oh wow, they do it 10 times a day. I'll have to look into that. Might help my organs, like, I'm serious. I do appreciate a good grammar correction. It sounded right the other way, though, as well. Ah, this has turned out so good. Who would have thought that a pasta basil would taste good, but then, oh, I cooked it. So it was gonna be good because I added all the extra shit. But it's pretty good on its own. It's just not great. Onions. I still have that onion flavor because I didn't overcook the onions. And the peppers still have a slight texture to them and it tastes so good. I understand that you're serious, and I'm taking this seriously. am definitely gonna look into it. Like I'm really serious about that. I'm autistic, so if I tell you something, I'm not being sarcastic. I don't understand sarcasm. And if I try to be sarcastic, it's weird. And I'm probably being awkward. I'm a little bit easier being sarcastic now than I was in the past, but it still sits. It's still weird. Because I feel like every time I'm sarcastic, I'm lying to people. He said that the rice secret is very healing, but often kept a secret. I think it's because the doctors don't want us to be healthy. I know I'm not being very healthy by eating pasta, spaghetti, bow tie. Dang, it's good though. I think the best part about this though, I gotta go. I'll talk to you later. Okay. I hope you have a wonderful day. Do you know other secrets that they're keeping from us? I put the onion on my water cup, or my coffee cup. I really wanted to get coffee, but damn, coffee's so expensive. So I've been drinking the instant because for $5 you can get 25 cups, which is actually, or 24 cups, which is actually like 12 cups for me. So that's like 2 weeks worth of cups because I don't drink coffee every day and I go to Panera a lot. Oh man, I'm almost full. I don't know if I can eat too much more of this. It's not a lot left. I pushed it out pretty well. Because this is breakfast and lunch, I'll eat this way later. You said, Wes says, I've met people from NASA in all branches of the military. Yes, I do. Do tell. No, if you have some secrets you can tell them. I'll say, like, you know. But that is concerning. Do you make content on here, or do you just consume content? Ah, stabby. That is the second time I try to eat this noodle. There's one bite left. If you guys don't like someone that goes when they eat, then you shouldn't come to my lives, because I am that person. If something is good, I'm extremely pleasant to eat around. Actually, what people have told me is that it's very enjoyable to have meals with me, because I am that person that's like very expressive when something is very good. But then there's people that don't like that. So if you don't like that, you want to go or whatever, this is not the life for you. Because when I eat, you should see me when I eat sushi. I'm like, ah. Oh, you just consume? Okay, cool. Well, I do have a TikTok too. It actually has way more on it. It has quicker updates and things like that. So if you want to check that out, it's there. It's CalistaTravels. It has way more stuff. I post like 10 times a day over there. Oh, I'm so full. Like, I ate way too much. I ate so much. And I have leftovers for later. I'm so happy about that. Should I go live for the cleaning process, or is that something you're interested in seeing, guys? I have a foot pump sink, and it's pretty cool. I'm gonna eat a banana too while I'm here. This is one of the bananas that I dropped, and I didn't know I dropped it. Or I didn't know I messed it up. I picked it back off the floor. So I open up bananas weird, apparently, because I do open up bananas this way. Oh man, this banana is, I don't think I can save this banana. Like, it's all messed up. I'm about to take the trash out, so I don't have a hesitation to have a banana in my trash can right now. I don't know if I can eat this thing. Guess I'll try it. I like to have a bunch of fruits and vegetables through the day. Oh man. Honestly, if I'd realized that I messed up the banana this bad, I would have just paid for it and thrown it away. Man, that was good. That was so good. They're so good. Bananas are so good. And I really hope this place doesn't have an HOA. I keep thinking about that. I never thought about that. I didn't think about that until Greg brought it up. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm gonna scoot you guys on. Dropping that. I'm gonna scoot you guys on over so you guys can see what the sink setup looks like. Move all these. I'll put all this stuff away after the live for you guys, so I'm not wasting your time. I'll go straight to the cleanup. Okay. I'll move some things around so I can access my sink. So you guys can see all the way to the floor. I keep the vegetables here in a bag in the sink, and this goes in there. It's a little messy there. The reason I keep this here is because it's just easier for me to know exactly where my vegetables are at all times. And then I also keep like the cleaning stuff in here too, like sprays and things like that. So anyways, that's from today. He said, oh, you just consumed it. No comment. I don't know why I thought there was more comments on that. Okay, so you guys see this. If I can get the damn thing out. This is a foot pump. This is what makes my sink go. Pretty cool, right? So this is how I clean my dishes. I have water down there. The black tank, the black tank is the one is actually just a bottle for my pee, but there's a gray tank down there for the water. And then because I wiped everything off before I even go to wash it, it makes my life 10 times easier. And I usually have a spray bottle over here, but I don't know where my spray bottle went to right this second. Everything is in the way. The one bottle keeps falling. Thank you for the likes. But yeah, so basically, if you guys can see, I have, I push it. And that's how I clean. So let's wash some dishes. I only add about that much water because I don't want to have a lot. And then I'll usually use either my fingers or a baby wipe. 1 drop of soap, 2 drops of soap. And that's usually more than enough because of the amount of water that I put in there. And I usually try to use something biodegradable. That's why I have all these napkins. And that'll soak up the water and the soap and create like a washcloth for me. You see how soapy that is? And the reason that I do it this way, like I said, is to save water. is this to not be so soapy. I actually needed only one drip of soap for that. You said I met an Admiral Byrd. He explored Antarctica and the Navy back in the 40s and 50s. Oh, do tell. That is pretty cool. I have another item here. That one is dirtier. It still had some sauce on it. Guess I didn't look long enough. And then lastly, I have my coffee mug that actually already has water in it. Throw that out. Because I already took all that sauce off, because I already took, wiped all that sauce off before I even put the stuff in the sink. This process is like way cleaner and easier now. I don't need all that soap. And this will also make it easier when I go to rinse it off. And also I like to collect the clean water. And then I actually like to rinse everything in it, so I'm not overusing the water either. Now I use my fingers since they're clean and wrap around it. And then whatever my coffee cup is, we'll also get some of that remaining water. I like to get napkins instead of paper towels. They're more biodegradable. And I used to work at a plastic facility that made woven plastic, and I found out that that woven plastic was for things like baby wipes. Baby wipes are actually plastic, guys, if you didn't know that. They are very thinly woven plastic. I used to make them. We'd make them in big sheets, bigger than houses. Like the machines are bigger than houses. And now that all that water's in my coffee mug, I can use that to rinse it really well. The outside too. And that was not a lot of water at all. Not at all. So if you guys ever needed to have advice on how to clean efficiently in a van or a vehicle, that's how you do it. That's one of the ways. The other way is usually a spray bottle. They'll have a little vinegar, a little soap, and water. And you mix those very gently, by the way, so you don't get super sudsy, because you want the soap to be slightly soapy, but you don't want it to be an overpowering soapy, so it can be rinsed off much easier. That's very important. That's so important. Just put the water back. I absolutely love having a working sink so much. It really is a huge game changer in my entire life and the quality of my life. And now my dishes are perfectly clean. They don't smell like sauces or anything like that. And I didn't use barely any water. That stuff is away. This one, I guess this is what I should be cleaning, huh? The previous owner had left this in here for me. Jasmine grapefruit all-purpose cleaner. Because this is covered in that sauce, and that's exactly what I put it there for. So it could cover that sauce and catch all that splattering. And get it with that all-purpose cleaner. It was really nice to just have that immediately. This is the one thing we don't want to have, is like a ton of stuff with food on it. This thing has saved my life over and over. Okay. And then I still have the stove to clean up. Because I don't want that food on there either. Just like a little bit of coffee. There's an onion piece. All good and dandy. Oh, man. And there you go, guys. It is all clean. Wes says the admiral that he met that explored Antarctica for the Navy back in the 40s and 50s said that he found alien technology. So the developments he mentioned would have to be pulled out of his conversations, and he wouldn't necessarily talk about it, but would just mention things like, hey, you know, they can hear us from the submarines and the lake right now. And we were on the mountain biking 10 miles from the lake back in the mountains. They tested the technologies, the lake there. That's really cool. Honestly, that's pretty cool. I do read out all the comments for anybody watching. If it's inappropriate, I'll completely ignore it. Oh man. God, I'm so full. I gotta get to work now. I'm gonna go start cleaning the house. They are paying me $100 a week for the first 5 weeks, and then the other part of it is the electric that I'm getting, and then the yeah, basically the electric ability. And there's Wi-Fi here apparently, but I haven't been able to connect to it. That's really cool about that, Wes. That's really kind of scary. Alien technology. Someone said that there's like ant people, and that those are not alien people, and that all the greens and the grays are Miss Ninties. But all the greens and the grays are like aliens, or not aliens specifically, but they are not aliens, that they are inner beings from the earth, and that they come out to help humanity when things are going crazy. And apparently it's across like multiple different cultures, that when you introduce photos of that species, of what people have seen projected, that they actually have a name for it already. They're like, oh, that's not an alien, that's just one of those little beings that come up from the ground and help us when we need it. And it's really cool. Such a blessing, many more to come. Yes, sorry, didn't mean to switch topics so fast. But yeah, definitely a blessing. Definitely really excited to have this opportunity. And I needed to sleep in early today. I really needed it. The Pueblo know the ant people. Oh, so you already know about the ant people. I heard about them yesterday. I knew about them before, but I like really delved in last night into the rabbit hole before I went to bed, well, as I was trying to go to bed. I had been listening, up until recently, I had been listening to the SCPs again to go to sleep. And I don't know if anybody, no one knows me here from my YouTube and my TikTok from before, but the SCPs are something I really focused on a lot in the past. But anyways, enough about that. I have ADHD, autism brain, so everything's everywhere all the time. There's no filter. But yeah, I can tell that you're in a delay, Wes. I'm gonna hop off of here though, so I'm gonna give you 60 seconds for the video to catch up on that. I'm gonna hop off of here because I gotta get to work. I gotta use the bathroom. I gotta go clean out my pee jug. Now I have a safe place to do that without having to hide it in a tumbler, because usually I have like a solid tumbler, so I can take it into anywhere that has a bathroom, and they think, oh, they have a tumbler, because you can't put hot things in a tumbler, so it's got to be cold things, like shakes, protein shakes and things like that, right? And people always just assume that. So I took like a speck of white paint on a toothbrush and I went across it so it looks like powder. So it looks like it's solid, so you can't see into it, but that's usually I'll put my pee into that, and then I'll walk into a store, and then I'll empty it out in the bathroom, and then I'll walk out. And that's a very easy, discreet way to put my pee in a toilet without like letting other people know. But now that I had the ability to put it in a toilet without having to do that. I'm just pouring my pee in my giant pee jug. But yeah, there you go. All right, I'm gonna hop off of here, guys. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you guys for joining me for lunch, and it was so good to have you guys here. If you haven't yet, like, subscribe for more if you want to see more. It's good to have you here. If you want to support me or hire me for photography stuff, website stuff, any data entry, freelancing, etc., please feel free to check out my site to see what is available. And in certain states, I am available on the East Coast to photograph you. So, love you guys. Goodbye.